Yes, sir. So as you seen in the previous video, we showed you unpackaging of our new wire terminal crimper. But for today, we're gonna show you a different way. Yes, sir. It's your guy. Let's get it. Yes, sir. For today's Quick Take Tip Tuesdays, we got securing the wire to the terminal without a crimper. Yes, sir. And there's a few instances where this might be a better option for you. One is if you're making a temporary connection. Say if you need to run a connection that you know you're gonna have to replace later, but for right now you need it and you don't want to waste the terminal, this is the perfect method to use. Also, say you have a terminal that's just slightly too big for the wire that you got, and that's the only terminal that you got on hand. This method will also work for that. Yes, sir. And what you need for this method is the terminal itself. I use vice grips, but some way to securely hold the terminal without your hand in a position that you can work with it. You need some solder. And you need a torch. Obviously, you need the wire itself too. But yes, sir. For today's Quick Tip Tuesdays, we're gonna show you how to get it done. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Okay, Tubeman, as you can see, I'm outside, so I can't really control the light and a whole bunch. But the whole idea to what's going on here is we use the torch to heat up the terminal. As we are heating up the terminal, we're gonna hold our solder in the terminal. Once the terminal gets hot enough, the solder will start to melt. And what we'll do is just let the torch heat up, stay on the terminal as we melt the solder in there till the solder puddle reaches the top of the terminal. Once that happens, while the torch is still on the terminal, keeping our solder nice and hot, we'll dip our wire into the terminal. Obviously, the solder is going to spill out over the side. We hold that for a few seconds. As you can see, I've got the wire clipped above the terminal a little bit farther than you would in crimping, and the reason for that is because we don't want the heat to burn the wire short. Okay, so we'll get everything set up and we'll get back to you. Oh yeah, and last but not least, a cup of water. What I got, Dr. Pepper can with the top cut off, filled with water. Reason for that is because I don't use disposable cups, man. I drink out of real glass, I eat off of real silverware, man. Yeah, I don't do the plastic and foam. But anyway, you need something with some water in it, and that's simply to cool off the terminal once we've got the wire secured into our solder. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Yes, sir, tubes. And as you know, I'm holding the camera with one hand, so I'm gonna try to get everything done with the other hand. But as you can see, we got the torch positioned on the terminal. We got our solder sitting in there. And now we just wait. As the terminal heats up, you'll see the solder start to melt. Like I said, this would go a lot faster if we had two hands, but we got one hand on the camera. There you go. You see the solder starting to melt. pull some more solder off our spool and continue the process. You should be able to see that solder bubble come up to the top here pretty soon. Right there. As you see, we got our solder bubble at the top. We got our wire. And we're going to stick our wire in there securely to get all the strands. As you see, the solder's bubbling out, which is to be expected. It's letting us know that it's secure and it's getting inside the strands. Yes, sir. Now that we got that, okay, we cut our torch off, release our wire, and then we go straight into the wire. Just like that. Sir tube, that is the process to getting your wire on there. Just like that, we out of there.